Hey siblings, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I hope you're here to stay. Today I'm here with my lovely friend Cardmel, and we're going to be doing an end of year Jan review where we're going to reflect, reset, and rebrand together. So, Cardmel, would you like to give us an insight into what you do?
Hey guys, my name is Cardmel and I have a business called Creative Realm Studios. At Creative Realm Studios, we create short form audio content for beauty and fashion brands. I'm also a uni student. I study law.
Okay. So, Cardinal, I think we should let everyone know where our friendship comes from and like how we got to where we are. Do you
Yeah,
kind of want to start us off or?
sure. So I met Leona in year three. Yeah, it was year three. So I already started Star Primary, and then she was a new girl that came in, and usually the teachers will assign someone like a buddy. And she actually had a different buddy. Can I say this bit?
Yeah.
Her buddy left her alone. And then I think I was in the playground. I saw her and I was like, "What did I say to you?" Like,
Like, wait, okay, cool. So I'm even gonna say her name because she might be one of my subscribers, isn't it?
yeah.
But so yeah, so cool. I started in year three when I moved to where I live now. And then like I got assigned somebody to like be with, like playtime and all of that. And then playtime, she just ditched me and I was in the middle of the playground and all I remember is like I think I was crying, so upset. I was alone. Like, imagine your first day at a new school in a new area and you just been left in a playground. So then when we got back to class, like I think Cardinal said that she wants to be my friend. So ever since then we've been friends. Yeah, like so that's kind of
Yeah.
the vibe. And then
Yeah.
we split up at secondary, but we've always been neighbors. You were the first friend that actually had a sleepover at like I've never like had a sleepover at a friend's house before. I went to yours.
Oh.
And then you went to an all girls school
Mm-hmm.
and then we went same sixth form and then
Mm-hmm.
like we lived together for like the first year or so.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like now we're here.
It's been a long run,
Yeah, so
a long couple of years.
naturally, but I feel like Cardinal's definitely a friend I definitely admire. And she's someone that inspires me. Like, she definitely is the definition of a go getter, which is why I've invited her here today to kind of reflect, reset, and rebrand with all of us. Okay, firstly, Cardinal, how has January treated you?
January's been good, but I think it's because I'd done the preparation for January last year. I think a mistake I kept making in the previous years was treating January like as a new life, let's say. Um, Before January the 1st felt like, I don't know, I was being reborn.
Like, new year, new me?
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
okay.
the motivation would just die after the first week or two. So one thing I did do was that everything, like every single goal I'd set for myself in January, I started in like November, December. Um, so gym, for example, I did start going in December because I knew I wanted to go in January. Things like my business, writing down my business goals, I did that in December, so I could come into January already doing it.
Okay.
Um, yeah, just little things that I knew I wanted to start. I started it early, and then what I realized is that when it hit 12 o'clock, I felt like it was just another day, and I'd
When,
say that's
what,
helped me.
as in January the 1st?
Yeah, it felt like
Okay,
another
yeah.
day. If I
No.
didn't have that,
Like, oh my gosh, like, I need to make it today.
yeah,
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 okay. No,
and
that's good.
yeah, it's been good so far.
Okay, so I think my next question for you is how did you get to where you are today? Like your journey. So you explained that you're a creative director, Creative Realm
Hmm.
Studios and Creative Realm Weddings.
Hmm.
So do you kind of want to give the viewers a bit of an insight to your journey
Hmm.
into creative directing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Firstly, it was by the grace of God. I'm
Amen.
only where I am today because of God,
Amen.
and because that's how He's designed my steps. And I guess I've just been walking in His will. So, the first thing I can say is just by putting every decision, every thought into God's hands before I even start it, just praying and writing things down. And in Habakkuk, it says that we should write down our vision and make it plain. And that's something that I've been doing since I started my businesses. So, a little backstory, at 17, I got a job at McDonald's. I believe we were going into sixth form.
Yeah.
And yeah, I started working at McDonald's and I knew I didn't want to stay at McDonald's for obvious reasons. So I saved up money and I bought lots of makeup. And prior to that, I liked makeup, but I would only do it on myself. Like the first thing I think I learned how to do was my eyebrows, and I just mastered that. So I bought lots of makeup and I started doing makeup on myself. And then as I was doing makeup, I was so shy to create a page. So I started selling eyelashes. It was such a random decision to sell
The
eyelashes.
Dolls
Yeah.
Avenue.
For
People
those
don't
that
know
know
about the
me,
Dolls Avenue.
literally, the Dolls Avenue, that's what my business was called. It was my baby. Like,
That avenue.
yeah, but I'd say it had an element of fear in it. Then that element of fear was because I actually wanted to do makeup, but I was too shy. I just felt like girls had started makeup already. For example, like I believe Lionel had started at that time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of people had started makeup. So I was thinking, like I'm not doing that. So I started selling eyelashes. Went on AliExpress, done my first bulk order, 60 eyelashes.
Yeah.
I named them after cities like Tokyo and whatnot. Then
No, but
sold it.
you had the drive. Exactly. You were
Yeah.
selling stuff. Like I even remember when I came to your house
Mhm.
and then like you were doing a photo shoot for your lashes,
Yeah.
but you're even doing people's face.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like you've always had that drive. I
Mhm.
genuinely feel like the drive's been in you. That you
Yeah.
know when you see people you and like you just know that they have this fire inside them that you can't even mess with even if you wanted to. Cardmel's one of them people, honestly. And I think that she's just somebody that will help get all of us like into shape for
Amen.
2025. Like
Amen.
I'm you lot's accountability partner, but she's also mine. Do you know what I mean? Like she really is mine,
Yeah.
like behind the scenes. Because yeah, no, it's definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Mm.
Um,
I think from there,
yeah,
Um, yeah, so from eyelashes, I made quite a bit, and then I saved that. By the way, I was still working at McDonald's and doing A levels, so I saved some of that,
yeah.
and then one of my friends actually created my page, my makeup page. She was like, "No, Cardmel, you're creating this page." So what I did is, for one of my birthdays, I done my makeup myself, and I didn't tell anyone, just to see what people would say about my makeup before I put it out. Back then as well, seeking validation from other people was, I think, one of my stumbling
Was
blocks.
this your 18th?
Yeah, I
When
think
we
it was my
when
18th.
when we went to
So, and
the
I wore that white
to when
dress.
we did we go have no
No,
Novikov.
no. This was no, no,
What birthday?
no. It, I don't know. Was it my 18th? It wasn't my 18th because
The
no,
18th was with me, you, Tamar, and Aji.
no, it wasn't my 18th. It
Oh,
wasn't my
okay.
18th. No, I think it was for
On
someone's birthday then.
okay.
Yeah, for someone's birthday. Yeah, because Novikov, I got my makeup done by the summer.
Oh
Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, I think it was for someone's birthday. I done my makeup and I didn't tell anyone because I wanted to see how they react to my makeup. And then people are like, "Oh, he done your makeup." Da, da, da. And I was like, "Yeah, it's go time. It's time for me to post on the page." So that's when I started. And then I remember, and I'm gonna touch on this a bit later, but back then I cared about followers. In my head, people who had 1K followers and above were worth going to for makeup or worth, I don't know, investing money in. So in my head is like I need 1K followers in the next month or so. And the only way I knew how to do that was by posting consistently. I think that month of me starting, I told myself every night I'm gonna record a video, and I literally done that. I think every night I'd wake up my sister, or I don't know, something I'd do it myself. I do makeup and post it. By the way, that's how I learned how to edit, and that's how I learned how to like, I don't know, put videos together. That's how I started. Um, because I just wake up and edit videos and post it. Then I done this Valentine's Day series, and back then a lot of
I
girls used
remember
to
that.
get boys to do voiceovers. I got my male friends. I remember I think I got Meryl Prince, some other guys, to do a voiceover for me, and that went off. And then I got 1K followers in no time. But yeah, done that, and then
Jeez.
after after that, I got bored of doing makeup. What did I do after that?
Um, but
Bridal.
yeah, but then you were also doing it on set.
Onset was after bridal.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so I got bored of doing normal clients because I was taking clients in my room and stuff like that, and I kind of got bored. And I also didn't like the background of my room at one point, so I started doing bridal makeup. And then I met my friend as well, Gabriella Artistry. We would go and do makeup together as well sometimes. I met a few other people, and yeah, I started doing bridal. Then I got bored of bridal. After I got bored of bridal, I remember one night I was just praying and I said to God, like, this can't be it forever. Like, I just can't be doing, because bridal makeup, you have to wake up at like 4 a.m. sometimes, guys. Who wants to do that? Like, I was like, no. So I love films. Leona can vouch. We've been doing acting stuff since primary.
Let's not even get into it.
Yeah, I
But
love
like,
films, love
yeah,
short films. Um, so then I took one night after praying and then I DM'd like 20 directors, found them on Instagram, I found them on mandy.com, I found them on other acting agencies as well. DM'd 20 directors and I basically told them that, look, I have no experience, but this is my portfolio. I basically sold myself to them in the sense that, like, even though I don't have any experience, this is what I can do, this is what I can offer. Out of the 20, three got back to me, and the three is what started my career in film and TV makeup, I
mm,
guess. But yeah,
yeah.
from there, yeah, on set.
There's still
So
more. The thing is, guys,
you
not even
know
done.
as I'm talking, I'm thinking, wait, should I stop? As I'm
No,
on set,
yeah.
I got bored of doing makeup. Because basically, when you're on set doing makeup, it is fun, by the way. When I'm saying I get bored, by the way, it's not because I no longer like it. I mean, I'm bored of that space I'm in. I want to do more. Um, so I'll be on set and I'll finish makeup and I'll have hours because they're shooting back and forth and I'm just sitting there. So then I'd go next to the director and like shadow the director a bit. I'll shadow the lighting, shadow runners. I'll shadow anyone I can, basically, even lighting people. I think I was just walking around the lighting lot at one point. And then I found love for directing. And then over summer, I believe it was 2023, or 2022, one of them. I remember BET Fashion. They're also like a creative production company as well. They brought me on as a makeup artist for their fashion film. When I was there, I realized that like no one was really taking BTS like that. So I created a BTS video and I showed I believe it was Armani that I showed or someone else on set, and they really liked it. And then I told them that, like, further on, after a few chats, I mentioned to Armani that I don't really want to be doing makeup. I want to be a creative director. So he set up a meeting with me in Westfield, sat there, and I basically went to the meeting. And this is something I always do. I create like a brief or a treatment, you can call it. Um,
Like a presentation.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I went with a presentation ready. I went with a few pictures of a campaign, and I was like, I want to do a hair campaign, etc., etc., etc. And he gave it to me on the spot,
Is
and
this the
then
one
yeah,
that I came to?
yeah, and then that's how I got my first
Okay.
campaign that Leona came to.
Yeah, that
And
was
since
sick.
then, yeah, I've just been doing that really, creative direction, everything
Yeah.
to do with media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even fault her craft. I can't fault her craft. I mean, the results show. Definitely gonna tag her instas below, give her a follow, and shout
Thank
her for
you.
any creative direction you need. I know she's helped me with my own creative direction. And yeah, so last question for in terms of reflection. If you could go back, what would you do differently in the sense of like, do you feel like it's taken you a while to get to where you are, or do you genuinely like the journey you've been on? Like, is there anything you would do differently or advise people who are looking for their passion?
Mm.
Like, what steps to take?
I don't like saying that I'll do things differently because I don't believe you should like regret anything done. But something I have learned and something that I'm still not doing that I should be doing is shortening my thinking time. So, as in, you know, when you get an idea, the time you think about the idea versus the time you execute the idea, I need to shorten it. And I'm going to speak in present tense because that's something I should have done ages ago. There's so many ideas I thought of doing like ages ago, but I would think and sit there and think and save and look for inspo, and I just wouldn't do it, or I'd do it mad late.
Yeah.
Something that I should have done at 17, I'm doing it at 19. Do you get it? Obviously, there's so many factors to it. There's a lot of mindset growth that needs to be done. But I think right now, and it's a shame that I'm still, you can be my accountability button for this, then I guess. But it's a shame that I can say that I still suffer from this, suffer, I don't know. But I'll think of something. I need to shorten the time between thinking and executing. I need to think and do. Because, yeah, the thinking
That's
just
you and
doesn't
me
help.
both then.
Yeah,
I mean,
so.
this channel, everyone knows from my first video, I've been
Hmm.
sitting on this, like, coming out of my shell for ages.
Yeah.
You know, I could have done that at 18, 19,
Mhm.
20,
Mhm.
turning
Then again, though,
22.
God's
But
timing and stuff. But I feel
yeah,
like we also have a part to play
yeah,
because God will give you ideas, and you just be sitting on it and
yeah, just
thinking
there
and
marinating
comparing
like bread.
yourself. Like one thing I think I used to do that was mad annoying. I'd think of an idea that I'd Google who's done it already. Why?
Why?
I'd
Who's
Google
to say
who's
you
done it
couldn't do it
already,
better?
and then I'd see what they're doing and the level they're doing it at, and
And you just think there's no point. Nah, trust me, you don't know. You could do it better,
yeah.
and or like you could provide that space where it's open to like a different demographic. Like
Mhm. Mhm.
there's just a lot to it, but
Mhm.
yeah, I guess we can hold each other accountable for sure.
For
How
sure.
would you say you've reset your mindset for this year or this month, but this year in particular?
How I've reset my mind.
Yeah,
Um, I think one thing, and I actually learned this year. Um, in my church, a pastor called Pastor Calvin, he done a whole sermon on believing in God's promises, and I think that's what reset my mind for the rest of the year.
yeah,
I believe like in Romans 12:2, it talks about not conforming to the world, but being transformed by the renewal of our mind. And one thing I learned is that like God has so many promises that He's given to us as His children. He encourages us, He empowers us through His word, and we just don't believe it. And if we start to believe it, we'll start to have a better mindset, you could say, or a better perspective to things. And I'll give you an example. Fear. I think that's something a lot of us go through.
100% fear, failure, fear
Yeah,
of
and
rejection, like fear.
exactly. And when you look in the Bible, when you look in the Word, it God speaks about fear so much that like He hasn't given us the spirit of fear. We shouldn't have that, and that's what we should kind of like believe. I feel like we don't accept or even trust these things that God has told us. And I think one thing I told myself to do this year is anytime I have doubt in my mind or anytime, I don't know, some sort of thought that I know is not from God comes to me, to just go back to my roots, which is the word, and actually just read it. You know, when you do a Bible study and you feel so good
Yeah,
after,
yeah,
like I've told myself to do that more, or even friends,
like
like utilizing your community. Like
yeah,
if I feel a type of way, I've got people I can call, and all they'll do is just speak life into me, and that alone renews my mind. Another thing, working in spaces that like you feel like you can grow in or you feel inspired by.
mm,
I remember working in my room was something I no longer like doing because I
mm-hmm.
felt like, okay, cool. Like my room was like my living space. So I done everything in my room. That also means crying in your room. That also means holding baggage in your room. And then you're doing work there as well. Sometimes it's not the best option. So actually taking myself out and going to workspaces.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm allowed to say the area, but anyways, there's somewhere in
yeah,
Cannon Town that I go to.
yeah,
Um, and every time I'm there, I get work done and I feel great. I can see people around me working. Another place is one of my friend's offices. It's actually called WeWork, and it's just full of CEOs there. Like everyone there is just on their laptop working. When I go there, I feel so good. Like I get work done, and I come home feeling better. So yeah, that's just a few things that I think I've started doing slash told myself that I'm going to do this year to kind of renew my mind, renew the way I think, renew the way I like behave as well, and treat things that God has given me. Um, yeah, just yeah, those are the three, I guess.
okay. I think one of the most important
Mhm.
questions, and I think this is my penultimate question for this video, is how would you say you're in like you just spoke about it, but in depth, your environment plays a part in your success and growth as a person in the sense of the company you keep.
Mm,
You know, we spoke about location, but in terms of company you keep and all of that stuff that plays into how you grow as a person, like
mhm,
how important would you say that is to you,
mhm,
and in a way that you can advise my siblings?
mhm.
Yeah,
Um, I'll just start off with a scripture that I know of. I don't know if by heart, but it talks about wise company and wise friends. Sorry, I can't remember it bad of me, but um, I think Leona as well. If we can throw it back to sixth form, our friendship group,
yeah,
guys, I don't think I would have got through my exams without the people I was around. Aji would be in is it, what do you call it, Denzano, or that room, the sixth form suite, doing
Yeah.
her work.
Yeah.
So I'd see her doing that. That would motivate me to do my work. My friends are sharing their good grades with me. Of course, I'm going to be around them doing my work. We'll spend lunchtimes doing our work. And that alone, I think that's like the most valuable thing you can have is people around you who are on job, people around you that have a goal and have a, I don't know, an ambition, or like ambitious people basically. I think when you keep people around you like that, you're always going to want to,
Grow. It's
yeah.
like that saying, like if you're in a room, if you're at a table with five millionaires, you're
Mm,
gonna be the sixth.
mm-hmm,
And if you feel like you're in a room and you're not benefiting, but you're not learning anything from anybody on that table, you're on the wrong table.
mm-hmm.
Because you should always know, like, what you should always learn something from other people. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say.
literally.
And
And
yeah,
yeah, even like that. And then I can say, even like, for example, my spiritual life, when I got to my church, I realized there's so many other people my age who are actually doing well. And that alone helped me. The type of friends I made at church, they're in their word. That's why they're able to speak life into me, by the way, is because they're doing it. So it makes me want to do it too. Work wise, I love being around creatives. Like, put me in a room of creatives any day, and they could be strangers. We'll be able to bounce off each other. I don't know. Gym wise, my PT now, she's actually my really close friend, and she goes to the gym 4 a.m. every day. Why would, like, being around her? Why would I not want to be on my? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So in terms of company, I'd say literally be around like-minded people, but be careful because you need to check yourself first. If
yeah.
you know yourself, for example, this is going to be a really rash, bad example. If you know you're bad with money, don't hang around people who are constantly spending. Like, you're going to be constantly spending too. When I say be around like minded people, check yourself first and check the person you kind of want to be. That person you envision, get yourself around people like that as well. Network, take yourself to spaces with people like that. And yeah, in terms of company, you'll grow. Can you repeat the question again? I think there was other,
How important is
your
environment,
environment.
like, yeah, in terms of the
Yeah,
company you keep, location, like everything.
yeah, location, same thing. I think me and you were even just talking about this now.
Sorry.
We were just watching Wags to Riches,
Like,
and we were
riches.
saying we need to book a flight and go to some sort of real estate blah
Yeah,
blah
like
in America.
there's this thing that I've seen people say on social media, like you need to like experience something to know how much you really want it. And I've seen a few
Mm,
people talk about how they've booked like first class flights or business class flights just
mm,
for the experience.
mhm,
And ever since that one experience, they've never wanted to be in economy again. And it's just pushed them to like work harder. But whereas
mhm,
me, of course, I want a better life for myself, but all I know is economy.
mm,
And, I don't know necessarily what's wrong with it.
mhm,
So I'm just here working hard, but if I maybe took that step or maybe going to view a house that I really would love to live in, that's a dream that I didn't think I could even step foot in, it would just give me that boost.
mm. There's actually two
Yeah.
YouTubers I watch, Lena and Usma.
Oh,
Have
them
you heard
two
of
girls,
them?
they do
Airbnb girls.
Airbnb. Yeah,
And
they're like our age mates. So one
they
they
are.
yeah,
They're a year above
yeah.
us.
I
And
follow them on Insta. They're on
yeah,
it.
I found their YouTube video, guys. I binge watch, and recently they've been making videos like,
They live in Dubai now, innit?
yeah, they've Dubai and the UK. They've been making videos about like spend a day with millionaires, etc. And I know it's kind of cliche to watch videos like this, but genuinely, when I watch it, I don't see them as like people that are bragging. I see them people as they've worked hard, and it's motivating for me. Like, sometimes when I don't want to do my work, I actually put it on and I do, Cardmel, do your work. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And by the way, that's not to say, like, she made a comment about economy and stuff. That's not to say economy is bad.
Yeah,
Economy is
yeah,
good value for money. There's no point sitting in first class wasting extra money. You're all gonna get to the same place. Do you get it? But I think it's just that drive, that people who are sitting in these or living in these places, they've actually come from somewhere, and it's relatable because some of the places they've come from are places that we've come from too. I think when we were watching
rags to riches,
Wags to
Dubai
Riches,
bling, all of
Dubai Bling,
all of it,
their
all
storylines
of
of
the
how they
above,
started, no different to
all of the
ours.
above.
Do you get what I'm trying to
And
say?
if they can do it, why can't we?
Lena and Isma, they're a year above us, went college, etc. We even went to a sixth form. Like, we, like, if you compare your story to these people, like, you're no different. And I think watching stuff like that, putting yourself in these spaces. I'm actually so on going to look at houses, by the way.
Yeah, like
Maybe will make me more serious about my savings, but yeah, just yeah, in terms of environment, just putting yourself and watching things that inspire you as well would be really good.
yeah. So my last question, really, so we've really reflected and reset and rebranded together.
Mm-hmm.
But my last question to wrap this up would be, what is your advice to my siblings? Like overall, how do you want my siblings to grow this
Mm-hmm.
year? What changes should people be making? What do you want to instill in
Um,
them?
I think it's definitely on rebranding. Um, I know people tend to rebrand every year, but I think a lot of people don't actually. Well, okay, I'll give you my definition, perspective on rebranding. But to me, it's not just a visual makeover. It's not just getting your hair done. I don't know, revamping your life, but it's actually like a shift in purpose and values as well. Some things that you may hold dear, you might actually find that they're not actually purposeful to your life. Um, I say that to say that, like, for example, last year, some of our goals might have been, I don't know, give me an example. I don't know.
Have
Well,
your
okay,
driving license.
we won't talk about driving in it. We won't talk about driving. Hold me accountable, guys. If I'm not driving, I'll come back to your YouTube. Yeah, if I'm not driving by the end of 2025, yeah, everyone watching this video, you can grill me. If you see me walking, don't pick me up.
I guess me too as
Don't get
well.
me
No,
cab.
no, no. But if it's raining and you see me, pick
No,
me up.
no,
Come on, guys.
no.
I'm your big
We're
sis.
gonna walk in the rain because we chose not to get our driving license. Yeah. But what I was saying is, yeah, just shifting your purpose and values. If you know that your values, for example, don't align with the person you actually want to be, change them. Like there's no harm in like trying to keep up this person you are now might not actually be beneficial to your future. Do you get what I'm trying to say? If, for example, I know that in a couple of years' time, I definitely want to use my law degree, but I want to be hands off with my creative business. I actually don't want to go full time creative, and I also don't want to go full time law. That's something I know. I can't. I'm not someone that can. Okay, let's not say that. But yeah, I know I want to do both. Basically, that's just it. So I need to be able to build a brand that I can be hands off with. That means I need to be able to train people. To be able to train people, I need to be able to know what I'm doing, and I've got the time to do that now. So basically, everything I'm doing now, it needs to benefit future Cardmel that wants to be hands off with creative stuff. Law wise as well, I can't neglect my degree. So I need to stop doing certain things that I'm doing now, like putting 50% into my uni's work, etc. Because I need to do well to be able to practice my law degree. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, just checking your purpose, checking why you're doing things, checking your values, um, checking everything within your life and anything that you feel like needs to be rebranded, rechange, change. Do it. Do it whilst you can. I know it's easy to say, but there's saying that like whatever you do today helps tomorrow or something like that. And I think that's so real. Whatever I am doing today will actually help me tomorrow. So yeah,
1% better every day, guys.
exactly.
1% better every day.
So yeah, that's my little advice to you guys. Rebrand, reflect,
Reset.
and reset.
So, siblings, that's it from us today. A big thank you to Cardmel for taking the time out to do an end of year Jan review with us and reflecting, resetting, and rebranding. I hope you've taken a lesson or five from her, and I hope to see you. I don't know if I hope to see
Next
them.
week, because Leona's going to be posting every Sunday. And that's something you guys are going to hold her accountable for. We actually have a whole document ready for Leona. If you need me to share that with you, message, I will do. You guys need to hold Leona accountable as well. If you don't see a video on Sunday, blow her up. She will be posting every Sunday. So keep your eye out, continue to support her. And I just want to say thank you, Leona, for having me. Like,
Oh,
genuinely, we've been friends for so long, guys, and I've seen Leona grow over all these years. I know she invited me to talk about rebrand, reset, reflect, but I think she's just done that as well. Leona coming on YouTube alone.
You know, we've been friends for 14
Shock the
years.
word.
It's
14.
gonna be 14 because I moved here.
14
I
years.
moved here 2011, and I started there February the 28th. Because it was 2 days before my birthday. Because my birthday was on picture day. I remember.
Well, that's been 14 years of me watching Leona grow. So you can imagine how proud I am of her.
Oh,
Um,
guys,
guys, like,
my
continue to support her.
Shayla, my
Girl, her coming on
Shayla.
YouTube alone shocked me, and I'm so proud of her. And I really wish you all the best on this journey. Continue to grow, continue to reset, reflect on your life because you've actually done so well.
Aww.
And yeah, I'm here to support you whenever. See ya.
Yes, siblings. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. See you next Sunday.
See ya.
Maybe.
Bye. No, maybe. What do you mean maybe?
Cut.